Gaznavids, a state forged by iron and shaped by faith. The wind of the steppe had now turned south. As the Turkish horsemen crossed the Hindu Kush mountains, they carried not only an army on their backs, but a new world order as well. The children of the sky would now bring the justice of God to the very heart of Asia. As history approached the end of the 10th century, a new Turkic Islamic power appeared on the stage, the Ghaznavid state, the rise of a commander. His name was the legendary Alp Tegin. His lineage goes back to a Turkish commander who was trained in the Samanid army. Over time, he grew stronger, gained prestige, but because the palace feared his knowledge and power, he was removed from duty. Alp Tegin, together with his army, reached Ghazni from Khorasan in almost 21 days, marching with barely any rest. Ghazni, a strategic city at the foothills of the mountains, located in today's Afghanistan. He captured it and established an independent rule there. Thus, the foundations of the Ghaznavid state were laid, but his true legacy would turn into an empire in the hands of his son and grandson, the first true ruler of Ghazni, Sebük Tegin. After Alp Tegin, the stage was taken by the commander he loved like a son, Sebük Tegin. He was a hero who rose from slavery to kingship, a disciplined, devout, and just leader. During the reign of Sebük Tegin, the Ghaznavids ceased to be just a city-state. Khorasan, Sistan, Balkh, Bukhara, and their surrounding regions were conquered one by one. Thus, the Ghaznavids became a major Turkic Islamic state in the south of Central Asia. But Sebük Tegin's true legacy was leaving behind a name for a man, Mahmud of Ghazni, the sword of Islam, the protector of knowledge, Mahmud of Ghazni. The year is 998. After the death of Sebük Tegin, the throne passed to Sultan Mahmud, who would become not just a ruler, but the founder of an era. He went down in history as the first Turkish ruler to use the title Sultan. He saw himself not merely as a king, but as the protector of the Islamic world. For this reason, he ruled both with the sword and with the pen. Mahmud of Ghazni made 17 major Indian campaigns during his 30-year reign. The purpose was not only booty, but to bring Islam to the Indian subcontinent, to spread justice and order. His army advanced like steel, powered by mounted troops. Upon returning from each expedition, he did not only bring treasure, he ordered the construction of mosques, madrasas, and libraries. A city of stone and light, Ghazni. During Sultan Mahmud's reign, Ghazni became almost a capital of science and art. The palace was filled with the brightest scholars of the age. Al-Biruni, one of the first scholars to state that the earth is round, observed the sky from Ghazni. Firdausi presented his immortal work, Shahnameh, to Sultan Mahmud, telling in every verse the history of Iran, yet also the rise of the Turks. Mosques, madrasas, and caravanserais turned Ghazni into the jewel of the Islamic world. Its stone palaces were adorned with golden domes and decorations. A city that had once been only a garrison had now become the heart of civilization. Sultan Mahmud's power grew so great that even the Abbasid Caliph granted him the title Sultan of the East and the West. But behind this rise, there were also hardships. The Ghaznavid army had to struggle with the Karakhanids in the north, the Buyids in the west, and the Seljuks as well. For many years, they were forced to maintain a balance between east and west. But the real danger emerged after Mahmud's death. And at last, the shadow of collapse grew. Masud, who succeeded his father on the throne, could not preserve his legacy. The army began to disintegrate. Chaos appeared in the administration. At this moment, the Seljuk Turks entered the scene. This new power, coming from the Oghuz tribes, advanced toward Khorasan, and in 1040, at the Battle of Dandanakan, the Ghaznavids suffered a crushing defeat. This battle was a turning point in Turkish history. While the Ghaznavids withdrew from the stage, the Seljuks were rising onto it. Although the city of Ghazni survived for a while, the power of the state had already faded. Under the shadow of the Seljuks, the Ghaznavids eventually disappeared from history. The legacy of the Ghaznavids. They did not merely found an empire, they also secured the place of the Turks in the Islamic world. They were the first great representatives of the Turkic Islamic synthesis. They were pioneers both on the battlefield and in culture. They united the concepts of justice, faith, and discipline. Mahmud of Ghazni was remembered not only as a conqueror, but as a bearer of civilization. With him, the Turks became not only the masters of Central Asia, but a nation that would shape the fate of the Islamic world. Final words. The state of iron and faith. The Ghaznavids left a short but brilliant mark in history. They united power and faith. The stone palaces of Ghazni may have crumbled, but the name of Mahmud of Ghazni lived on for centuries. He drew his sword for God, but he conquered the world with the pen. In our next video, we will cover the Great Seljuk Empire. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
Gotta get some RPGs.